People ask all the time, what's the difference between scoring a movie and scoring a game? And I said there's this whole other side of it that there's just absolutely no parallel whatsoever. Film, a 9-hour massive epic or a 5-minute student short film still have the same mechanics. You hit play, at some point it's done. So the music is either playing or it's not at any given moment within that stretch. And that's all that there is to it, mechanically speaking. And boy, is that not true with games. No, we do a lot of monitoring of things of how long has the player been in this space, what real-time velocity do they have, have they stopped moving, and are they basically looking at something? Did they put the controller down to go answer the phone? What are it's hard to know exactly why they're doing things. You try to make the music kind of intelligently guess. But yeah, you put in all these different ways of making it reflect their experience. It's a weird thing. I've never really satisfactorily come up with a way to describe it, because it feels like we are creating an experience for them, but we also want them to feel like they're an author in that experience to some degree, where they're really driving it or at least co-piloting it, where it was like, oh, I did this and I felt cause and effect very noticeably. Not in a Minecraft kind of way of like, look what I built.
Yeah.
It exists in this interesting, because it's not super on rails. Some games are obviously like Cuphead or something, where you're going along and you live or you die. You basically rise to the occasion.
Live, die, repeat.
You live to the you rise to the occasion of what it's asking you to do, or you don't. You try again, but there's no real agency in the kind of unfolding of it. It's
right. Yeah, the boss just moves on to phase 2, and then the
it's
next
very
part kicks in. Yeah,
exactly. And so that's a very different kind of experience from Minecraft. And then, but a game like Sword of the Sea and so many of these others fit in this interesting middle zone where you're going, I am in control to some degree, but of someone else's creation. And I want the player to feel a lot of that. I always say I want the player to feel like I'm inviting them to kind of step through a door and experience an
Love
emotion.
that
I'm not
feeling.
like grabbing them by the shoulder and trying to make them feel something.